that ass up.
Get up and get turned up with Diddy in the morning.
We get wild a bit.
We love we get a chance to actually put the spotlight on Black businesses around the country. As a matter of fact, we got to talk to this woman, and I love her product. She has a hair mist. We got to talk about this, everybody. She has, her name is Alexia Hammonds, and she is here. She's owner of Eat, Sweat, Undress.
Yes. How cool is that?
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so let's talk about Eat, Sweat, Undress. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so Eat, Sweat, Undress. Our tagline is Eat Clean, Sweat Daily, Feel Confident, Undressed. And we have a ton of wellness products and apparel, but to be honest, no one really cares about any of that except for my hair perfume. That is our differentiator. That is what everyone cares about, what everyone buys. And so I'm actually in the middle of trying to restructure my company to focus more on what the consumer cares about. And I guess, as an entrepreneur, that's what you learn as you're going through business.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to tell you, I have some and I like it. And I'm going to tell you why I really like it, because Jay, think about it. When we're wearing, certainly during the summertime, everybody's wearing a lot of braids, faux locks, this and that. So there are times you're like, let me spray this because I want it to smell good, and all. We're back to hugging people. Folks are smelling your hair.
Honestly, I wish I had some right now because I feel like my braids smell kind of funny, and I don't like to wash them. You know what I mean?
I'll send you some.
Mm-hmm. So, but how did you come up with it? I understand now you were in France and everything for this.
Yes. So my mom, grandmother, and women of my family, they taught me all about fragrance, like how to wear it. And once they learned that I had an affinity for it, they bought me books on how to learn to make fragrance. So because of that, I knew that Grasse, France was the birthplace of fragrance, any kind of cologne, perfume. So I knew one day if I wanted to have my own line, which was the goal, I needed to go there to do it, because there aren't a lot of African Americans in the fragrance space. And the ones that are, they work for the larger corporations. And so I knew coming out the gate, if I wanted to have any kind of fragrance company to really stand out and have that cachet to say made in France, my product, I had to go that route. It was an expensive route, but I knew it would make me different. But I didn't know that I would be the first Black woman to do it. That was wild to me.
Wow. That's interesting.
Congratulations.
I know it,
Thank
right?
you.
Okay. So here's the thing. A lot of people are hearing this when you're saying basically is it hair perfumes? Will it damage the hair? And how long does it last? All that kind of stuff.
That's such a great question. And it's weird. You're the first person to ever ask me that. It will not damage your hair. And the biggest difference is there are tons of different kind of alcohols on the market. So the alcohol in your regular perfume or cologne is a lot different than what's going to be in your hair perfume or your hair mist. We use ethanol, so it's lighter, it's not damaging, and it doesn't dry your hair out. But for those consumers that still think, oh, well, it's some kind of alcohol, which you have to have, I wanted to add two luxury hair care benefits, and those are keratin and cashmelan. So it steals the hair cuticle. It adds a little bit of moisture, but not too much to where you feel like, if you're natural like me, that it's going to frizz your hair up or just make it heavy. And it adds a little bit of protein. So again, that's another differentiator. I have two luxury hair care benefits along with fine fragrance. And so it doesn't. It's, and a lot of people will say, well, why would I buy a hair perfume? I can just spray my Tom Ford in my hair. Well, you don't want to do that because over time it's going to make your hair brittle. The formulations are completely different.
Right. Okay.
So you brought up a very good point. For those that have straightened their hair and their hair is natural, if they spray the hair mist, obviously, as long as they don't soak it, will their hair curl back up?
It will not. And I always say I am very 4C roots from South Africa hair. And I'm a girl, I get blowouts weekly. And so literally I didn't work out this morning because I needed my hair to be together. But it will not. You spray it on your hair 6 to 8 inches away. And I put that on there, and I sprayed it all kind of different ways. And I sprayed it on different wigs just to see all different hair types. And as long as you're not up on your scalp spraying it, your hair will not go poof. Nice. You'll be fine.
I love it. All right. So everybody, we are talking to Alexia Hammonds. She's the owner of Eat, Sweat, Undress. It's a lifestyle brand for women that includes, you said, athleisure wear and everything, but really it's the hair perfumes that everybody is liking.
Yes.
So here's the thing. How long have you been in business?
We launched October 2020.
Wow.
During COVID.
Are you serious?
During COVID.
During COVID.
Wow.
What made you do that? Was this something you were always working on, or did you, as a lot of people were saying during the whole COVID and last year of pivoting, right? Did you have to do that? Like, how'd you tell us about that part?
Yes. So I started Eat, Sweat, Undress as just a fun blog back in 2012. I taught Pilates and yoga for years, traveling internationally. And so on my blog, I talked about food, fitness, and I have an affinity for high-end lingerie. And so that's another thing that we offer. We have a custom design lingerie service. That's like my thing. We'll have to talk about that.
I know it.
There aren't a lot of Black faces in that space either. That's a conversation for another day. But I started working on this again the end of 2019 and really was not really aware of what was going on with what was to come with COVID and didn't know what to expect like everyone else. So I was really expecting to be able to go back and forth and spend weeks and months in France and Grasse like normal people do when you're creating a fragrance line because you want to be in the lab with your perfumers. I wasn't able to do that. So I was able to go in the beginning and then I had to do this over Zoom with my lab in Grasse. And they were I'd say every 5 to 6 days, they were express shipping me almost 300 different fragrance samples for me to smell. And we're like smelling on Zoom back and forth. It is a very unconventional way to start a fragrance line, but I didn't want to put it on hold. You know, I'm like, I'm in the middle of this. Now, things were a lot more pricey. Shipping was insane, but we got it done. I learned so much in launching a business through COVID, like I'm sure everyone else did who has businesses.
All right. So tell everybody just real quickly some of the fragrances and how they can get them.
Yes, so we have Carnal 4, that's our top seller, and it's a very sexy scent. We have Diani Beach, named for a beach in South Mombasa in Kenya. We have Garden Party, we have Dallas, of course, I had to have Dallas. We have Coco Ni, which is Japanese for here, and it's a sexy meaning like kiss me, touch me here, but then also like I'm here, I'm present. When I walk in the room, I take up my own space.
Okay. Now,
they can find it at eatsweatundress.com.
All right. Make sure you get it. Eatsweatundress.com. Again, perfect for a lot of ladies, certainly us that are walking around with, like I said, the faux locks, the braids or whatever it is. And let me tell you what the worst. Sometimes you go into a restaurant. Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. You go in there and they frying up something and you come out smelling, your hair smell like it. Or
like grease.
Like smoke.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Go to a club, you'll come home smelling like smoke and weed.
Absolutely. I have to tell you real quick, a lot of women that work in clubs love it.
Alexia, hold on 1 second. I got to ask Jay, what club she going to talking about smoke and weed?
And weed.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Are you telling on yourself?
Their conversation.
Oh Lord, hookah. I meant.
I'm sorry. I had to get her on that one. I went, where's she going?
Funny.
You don't partake.
No, not me.
But guess what, Alexia, that right there would work for those that partake. You got to get the hair perfume when you walk in because you know.
Absolutely. A lot of women that go to cigar bars. And I'll tell you, our fragrance Coco Ni is unisex. I didn't create it to be that way. But again, once the product is out there, the consumer determines how they want to use it. And a lot of men love to put it on their hair in their beards.
In their beard. I was getting ready to say
that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So let everybody know again where they can get this hair perfume. Let them know.
Yes. You can get my hair perfume at www.eatsweatundress.com.
All right, there it is. Give it up for this lady right here. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Come back on so we can talk about the lingerie again. All right.
I will.
Yes.
Let me know.
I need to get my wife some pieces.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Give it up for this woman right here. Of course, our Black Business Spotlight. Give it up for Miss Alexia Hammond.
Hey.
So much.
Wake that ass up.
Get up and get turned up with Didi in the morning.
We get wild a bit.